Hey, what up YouTube, welcome back to a new video with Rams fan YT. In today's video, I will be predicting the final position of League 2 clubs. Please remember these are my predictions, so please don't hate on me in the comments if I don't put your club where you want them to be. Because I'm sure everybody would want to win the league and no team wanting to be relegated. But I have to predict certain teams to do certain things. But I do appreciate recently all the people who have watched my video. I've had literally over 1,000 in the last month. So thank you very much. And let's get straight into it. 24th, I'm going to go with Bradford City. Haven't improved vastly over the last few years, and it'll be a season of false horizons. No manager will be able to improve the squad, and they'll finish rock bottom with 35 points. Derek Adams did a bad job with Plymouth Argyle, and there aren't any very good players, just meh, really. And that's not good enough to get them out of where they are at the moment. 23rd, I'll go with Northampton Town. Relegation is such a slippery slope that they will face back-to-back relegations. John Brady's only senior management experience is with Brackley Town, who were in non-league the whole time. They're also over-signing, leading to an unbalanced squad. 22nd, I'm going to go with Colchester United. They'll be so close to being relegated, but only just survived by a win on the last day of the season. Hayden Mullins has only been an interim manager at Watford, mainly their academy manager, which isn't enough experience to progress the club beyond almost relegation. They also already had a big squad, but they just have kept on buying without really selling. Too many players in the club's dressing room, really. 21st, I'm going to go with Sutton United. Non-league teams that have been promoted tend to do well in the league above for at least some of the seasons anyhow. They have to have faith with the manager and they will survive. Only a few more signings and I think they will survive quite comfortably. 20th, Forest Green Rovers. Rob Edwards is a very inexperienced manager at senior level, and that won't work out with too many young players being brought in, leading to the youthful inexperience that will end diabolically. So you're not going to reach anything towards the playoffs this season, Forest Green. 19th, Crawley Town. They are very good players, maybe even too many, as there's a squad of 30. It will just be another mid-table finish this season, just slightly underwhelming for Crawley standards, really. 18th, I'm going to go with Walsall, pretty much where they finished last season. Matthew Taylor is inexperienced, only being an interim for one game at Swindon, which they lost 3-0. And Jack Rose is an inexperienced keeper, and so I don't really trust the shot stopper at the moment. They might get a new one in, though, by the end of the season. Or transfer window, rather. 17th, Hartlepool United. They've been at this level before, so we'll know how to adjust to this league very quickly. Dave Chandler is a very experienced non-league manager and manages to stabilise the club at the level above, really. They also have a small squad that would create a great team spirit. 16th, we'll go with Barrow, and it's just really natural progression for the club, really. Mark Cooper is extremely experienced at this level with Forest Green Rovers, Notts County, as well as in League One and the Championship. They have an exciting squad with Jamie Devitt and Ofrand Zanzala as a few of the players to look out for. 15th, I'll go with Exeter City. This is probably a disappointment for the Grecians, but I still don't completely trust Matt Taylor. My biggest problem is that there are two main goalkeepers, and both of them are awful. And Scott Brown is going to be focusing on coaching as well. There are other poor players in the squad and ultimately end in a mediocre 15th position. 14th, I'll go with Bristol Rovers. Joey Barton clearly hasn't done anything amazing as a manager, having scraps on the sideline, and I don't really trust his style of play to get them promoted, and he'll be sacked and they will end in the table. The squad isn't even that good, so mid-table is actually a best, I would say. 13th, I'll go with Salford City. I can only sing Gary Bowyer's praises in doing well with young players. But I think the owners at Salford are not patient enough with managers, and it will end up in a disappointing 13th for them. 12th, I'll go with Port Vale. Port Vale are always on the upper end of the table. Darryl Clark can be flexible in his playing style, and they'll do well attacking, scoring 56 goals, I think. But his defence will let them down. Clark also achieves back-to-back promotions with Bristol Rovers, so given time, it could reap joy with Port Vale. 11th, I'll go with Harrogate Town. Simon Weaver is one of the best managers, in my opinion, in the whole of the EFL, as he has been loyal with Harrogate and has enabled them to climb to new heights, and it will take them to playoff challenges this season. 10th, I'll go with Oldham Athletic. Keith Curle managed to get Northampton Town promoted and is well known in this league, so I'll get the best out of Oldham. There is a whole new squad to play with, which can have either pros or cons, but it will get the stagnating mindset out of a club, really, and they could well push the playoffs for much of the season. 9th, I'll go with Newport County. They reached the playoffs last season, and I think they'll be pushing again this year, just not have enough this time round. Michael Flynn has done wonders at the club already, and there has been very good incomings, but they will fall just short because of the quality of the league this season. 8th, I'll go with Leyton Orient. I think they will challenge for the playoffs throughout the season, losing out by 2 points, maybe even on the last day. Kenny Jackett is an amazing manager, and the fact that he even came to this club just shows their ambitions. The manager's won the EFL trophy twice, so I'll reckon they'll reach the finals of the competition. He's also achieved promotion from League One twice, so he'll know how to challenge for the promotion spaces as well. 7th, I'll go with Rochdale. They have a very good team, having spent a long period at the bottom half of the League One table, and only just now been relegated. Robbie Stockdale is inexperienced, but will be knocked out, and for that reason, they'll be knocked out of the playoff semi-finals. But they only have 15 players, so they do need to bring a few more in, otherwise this prediction could go horribly wrong. 6th, I'll go with Carlisle United. They've been going upwards recently, and they will reach the playoffs. Chris Beach has done all right with Carlisle, getting them a playoff challenger last season. They have a great squad, but I'm not sure about the captaincy department. It's good. I'm not got anything wrong with Callum Guy. I remember him being at Derby's Academy, but he's only 24-year-old, and that's quite an experience for captain. He's only played 128 professional appearances across his career. They will therefore probably get knocked out at playoff semis. 5th is my underdog team of Stevenage. I was really impressed with how well Alex Revel did last season, with quite a bad squad, so why not continue going up and reach the playoffs? Furthermore, they will reach the final, but fail at that final hurdle. Could do with an experienced keeper, but with an Antigua and Barbudan and Guyana internationals, I think they have a squad to actually surprise a few people this season. 4th, I'll go with Scunthorpe United. It's either promotion or relegation for me, as this is the last season that all of their League One experienced players are going to stick around before finding a new club. There's players like George Taft, Ryan Loft, and Aaron Jarvis, and they are all going to have big seasons. And that will get them into the playoffs and promoted via the playoffs. If they don't, they're going to be relegated, I'm afraid to say. So I've gone optimistic for you, Scunthorpe. 3rd, I'll go with Swindon Town. You need a new squad and a new manager, but that can mean that it gets the relegation flushed out the system, and so they can get promoted next season automatically, I reckon. There's certainly that mindset from the past of getting up. 2nd, I've got Mansfield Town. Nigel Clough is a very, if not extremely good manager at this level, and has the experience of getting clubs out of the league. Like, just look at what he did with Burton Albion. They have great players as well, like Stephen Quinn, Nathan Bishop, Elliot Hewitt, and Oliver Hawkins. I think it will be a comfortable promotion then. And finally, but not least, is the first and winner of the league for the 21-22 season, in my opinion, will be Tranmere Rovers. They were so close last season to getting promoted, they reached the playoff finals, and they'll do one better and get automatic by winning the league. Mickey Mellon is a great manager who has twice got out of League Two, including with Tranmere. They also have great players like Callum McDonald and Callum McManaman. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe if you are new around here. That would be hugely appreciated. A lot of effort has gone into these predictions. And coming up will be the history of Reading in midweek on the Thursday. And then I'll do the predictions of League One next week. But it's goodbye for now.